Hi, you're at HANKSTERS, and today on the floor we have a 1959 El Camino. Sort of a custom-built vehicle, really unique, high quality also. The engine, we're not absolutely positive of the displacement of the vehicle, but it is a 290 block, so we know it's at least a 427. It could be a 454 or 502. Without pulling it apart, we have no idea, but we do know it's at least a 427. It does use a 427 oval port, 400 horse intake manifold, and all three matching carburetors. It has power steering, has an aluminum water pump. The engine is fresh as can be, you can see that. Ceramic coated headers, big tube headers. It has a set of custom built inner fender panels to kind of house everything and make everything a clean look underneath this hood. Has an MSD ignition system in it with an MSD coil, 4-pass wide aluminum radiator to keep this guy cool. It's just a fantastic vehicle, very custom, very high-end. The paint, the fit, the finish, everything on the car, even underneath the hood, and the inner fender panels is just over the top. It is a custom vehicle, not a stock one in any way, and it's here at HANKSTERS. Hi, you're at HANKSTERS in Daytona Beach, Florida. And we're going to do a walk around on our 1959 El Camino, a very rare vehicle in its own. But this one is really rare because it's a total custom. It's been lowered, the suspension's been worked on, the engine's a 427, 454, at least we know it's a big block. We don't know the actual displacement. We know that it is very, very fast. Paint on the vehicle is just astronomical. Beautiful, beautiful black paint job. Fitment is beautiful. 1/8-inch gap the whole way around the hood. Even at the cowl area it fits nicely. The front end, all the aluminum pieces that were usually anodized on this have been polished to a high luster, approaching the finish of chrome. The chrome V on the front with the Chevrolet designation is just as nice and clean as can be. No pitting, no marks or anything on it. Same with the aluminum trim around the vent on this side of the hood. The headlight bezels and the grille are also polished just as finely as this is, this aluminum. Like I say, it's very close to the finish of the chrome on the bumper, which is show quality chrome. The car itself is just a very, very well done, well executed custom of a 1959 El Camino. The front end of the car is absolutely stunning. If you haven't noticed, there are no windshield wipers on the vehicle. This guy wasn't made to be taken out in the rain and used on an everyday basis. Beautiful car. Okay, down the driver's side of our custom El Camino, you can see the fit and finish on this vehicle is just absolutely stunning. El Camino designation on the side, fender to the door, absolutely beautiful. Paint everywhere on this car is beautiful. The trim down the side has been highly polished stainless to match everything else on this vehicle. Trim around the front window, no marks whatsoever anywhere, absolutely none. Tinted windshield, no wiper marks because there are none. Wipers are marks. Roof, no marks, no dents, no deviations at all, absolutely glass smooth. Drip grill molding, which carries the whole way around, circumnavigates this thing. No marks at all. Chrome above it the same way, stainless. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The rubber around the wings is nice and fresh and clean. Wipers the same way. The interior of this is also custom, which you'll see in our video. All the trim around the windows absolutely is new. Absolutely beautiful. Door handle, chrome is a foot deep on it. Door to the rocker panel to the quarter panel is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely no deviation on the fit of that. Rear glass is also tinted to match the front. This thing has polished stainless and polished aluminum and chrome everywhere that you look. Down the sides of the quarter, same way. The side molding is absolutely beautiful. No dents, no marks. Stainless going down the side, same way. Absolutely beautiful. Same as everything on top of the bed here. There's no dents, no variations, nothing in it. Just as show quality as you would ever want. Again, the side molding is just lined up perfectly, straight as an arrow down the side. We still haven't found a dent or a mark or a scrape or a deviation of any kind. Big, huge flat fins on these 59s. Nice driver's side. There's absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. There's no waviness, no deviations, no dents, no chips. Nothing. We haven't found a thing on it yet. Let's see what's on the back. Okay, around our back end. Pretty impressive the way they have those fins, isn't it? It's like a flying bird. 1959 only. They squared them off for 60. The aluminum, again, highly polished to match the rest of the aluminum around the car. No backup lights. It does have beautiful tail lights in it. They kept this car as clean as they possibly could without adding any extra pieces to it. Trim around the back end, absolutely gorgeous. Back bumper, the fitment is beautiful, clean right up to the body on this particular one. It's fit right to it. Chrome on the bumper is like the rest of it, just absolutely beautiful. Polished stainless. On our fins is this whole vehicle is this way. You'll see in the still videos or the still pictures, but the lumber in the bed appears to be mahogany. Whether it is or not, I don't know, but it does have stainless separators on them with no bolts showing. So this is a real custom look to this vehicle. The lumber in the bed is absolutely beautiful. That wood is finished as well as your cabinets or furniture is in the house. Absolutely beautiful inside. Back end is flawless. There's nothing to report at all on it. Okay, let's see if we can find something on the passenger side. Quarter panel, absolutely zip, nothing. Fins on top, there's no dents, no deviations, no waviness, nothing, absolutely nothing. Trimmed down the sides of the quarter, matches up with the door flawlessly. Again, we still haven't found a mark or a chip on this car, nowhere. Hidden antenna. Little tiny bit of a wave right here, a little tiny bit of a ripple right on the top of this piece of trim. That's it so far. That's all we can find. Trim around the back window, you can see it's just as it was on the other side. Just absolutely beautiful. The fit and finish of this car is just astronomical. It really is. Door handle, chrome on it, it's flawless. Quarter to the door, to the rocker panel, just as it was on the other side. No deviations at all. All the trim around the windows, the whiskers in the top part for your seals and your wipes on the bottom. All new, all completely replaced. Door to the front fender, the same as on the rest of the vehicle. Trim around the windshield on this side and around the door. Absolutely nothing. Beautiful. Front fender, El Camino again. Trim matches up flawlessly with the front fender from the door. Neglected to mention, it does have a beautiful set of chrome Corvette wheels on this car. It really adds a lot of luster, a lot of pop to the vehicle, but they are a set of chrome Corvette wheels. Glass is all tinted, has a custom interior, which you'll see. Other than the one little tiny ripple right here that you really have to look for, I couldn't find a flaw in the vehicle anywhere. No stone chips, no marks, no dents. Everything on this vehicle is high-end. Everything is very classy. It's a 59 El Camino, which is rare in itself, and then to have a custom to this degree even adds to the rarity of it. It's a fantastic vehicle. It's black with all the chrome accents, all the polished stainless. One-of-a-kind vehicle, and it's available here at HANKSTERS in Daytona Beach, Florida. We're in our 1959 custom El Camino, big block car, 4-speed car. Power steering, no air conditioning, no heat, no speedometer, no windshield wipers, no backup lights. This is a very clean custom car. It can be driven. It's a nice drivable car. It's fun to drive. It's just it's a vehicle you're not going to use on an everyday transporting purpose. It's a fantastic fit and finish vehicle. You can't see it even in the videos, but even they carry the polish on the stainless steel inside the doors. The chrome for around the mounts for the sun visors is just absolutely beautiful. The polished finish, the mount for the mirror. The headliner is tight as a drum. Paint on the dash equals that of on the hood, just as nice and beautiful as can possibly be. Full instrumentation with the tachometer minus the speedometer. Has a Grant custom wheel in it. It does have a tilt steering wheel in it also. Door panels, the seats, everything on this car is high-end and finished to the nth degree. Carpeting is as fresh and nice and deep pile as can possibly be. This is a very custom vehicle, very high-end vehicle. It's got to be one of one. There can't be another one out here like this. It's available here at HANKSTERS in Daytona Beach, Florida at a very reasonable price, half of what it would cost to build this vehicle new. Hi, you're at HANKSTERS in Daytona Beach, Florida, underneath a very custom 1959 Chevrolet El Camino that we have. The gentleman that built this car had to just stand back and say, okay, let me see how much money I can possibly throw into a vehicle, how custom I can make it, and how specialized we can do this. And that's exactly what we have in this vehicle. I'm going to start in the front and hopefully we'll be done by this evening if I pointed out everything that was done on this vehicle. It's just so over the top, I'll try to point out most of the key features to it. It has Willwood brakes, front and rear, but we're in the front now, so these have all new hardware on them, braided stainless lines, Eibach Springs, custom fast ratio steering box, very, very heavy duty. Chrome moly looks like Pitman arm on it. The cantilevers on the sway bar, which goes through this piece of chrome moly tubing, is actuated by two Heim joints. Everything on this chassis is either square or rectangular chrome moly tubing. Everything on this thing is so over the top that there's no way to explain half of what I'm looking at here unless you see it in person. The chassis itself is done to the nth degree. It looks like it's a NASCAR vehicle the way the thing's constructed. Stainless steel fuel line going back toward the rear. Ceramic coated shorty headers transitioning into looks like 2-inch pipes heading toward the rear. The muffler's in the back. Appears to be a Borg-Warner 4-speed transmission. It's a steel case tranny, not an aluminum Muncie or anything. It's definitely a steel case transmission. Lakewood scatter shield on it, bell housing. As you notice, no leaks in the engine, the transmission, the bell housing area, nothing. It appears to be about an 8.5, maybe a 9-quart custom-built oil pan to fit inside this vehicle. Hydraulic clutch assembly. Shift rods are aluminum shift rods with Heim joints on the end of them instead of just pins. Everything is bolted Heim joints. Everything is very precision on it. New drive shaft, new ball joints. The floors themselves appear to be aluminum sheething. The floor pan structural supports are chrome moly. The major frame structure, the perimeter frame that goes around it, is also square tube chrome moly. The transitional structural supports laterally and fore and aft are all chrome moly, rectangular tubing. This car is just fabricated from the very beginning to the end, done to such degree of perfection. It's just hard to describe to you on a video what all's been done to this vehicle and how precision everything has been done on this vehicle. Just looking at the fitment of the brakes, the springs, all your suspension components in the front, it's just amazing to what degree of precision that they've exercised doing this vehicle. We're about halfway back, and I still haven't found a single thing that I could point to that isn't so over the top and so over fabricated. I don't know how else to describe it. This thing is totally insane underneath. Okay, again, our structural support that goes transverse in the vehicle mounts two swing arms similar to what they used in the Chevrolet pickup trucks. Very heavy duty, two seat channels welded together. Very, very good structurally and lightweight at the same time. Again, this chrome moly tubing is just used throughout. It's used everywhere to trellis this thing to the nth degree of rigidity. Eibach Springs in the rear. I already mentioned new drive shaft, new U-joints, obviously. They did not skimp at that. The lumber in the bed is as nice underneath as it is on top. It's not finished to the mahogany finish on as it is on top, but you can see it's all brand new. And it's supported by, guess what? More rectangular chrome moly tubing. Shocks in the front appear to be Fox rebuildable aluminum shocks. They're the same thing in the rear. Fox rebuildable aluminum shocks with heim joint ends, of course. Why would you skimp at that? Wheelwood disc brakes in the rear to match the ones in the front. Dynaflow mufflers in the rear on our 2-inch exhaust system. 9-inch Ford heavy-duty rear end in the vehicle. Again, you can see no leaks or no problems with that. Stainless steel brake lines and braided flex lines, front and rear on this vehicle. This thing is just so over the top, I can't believe. I found something that's original. Oh my God. I think it has the original gas tank in it yet. It appears to be the original GM tank that came in this vehicle. Of course, it's flawless. There's no marks, no dents, just as it was in 1959. It's just absolutely fantastic. This thing is so over the top underneath that just to try to describe it to you in a short video, there's no way to do it. It's just, the vehicle is so over-engineered, overdone. The amount of money that it cost to do it to this degree had to be astronomical. The rigidity that this car retains because of the way the structure is made is second to none. This thing is as strong as a NASCAR Cup car. And it's here at Daytona Beach, Florida, at HANKSTERS for you to buy.